Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
Military time.
Yeah,
always
military
time. Been sat here for 15 minutes watching you whilst you stood outside the door getting nervous. Come on in, Willow.
Hi, Ground Fog. Hi,
on in.
Cannon. Welcome. Andy B. Bushcraft Rebooted. Oh, bugger. Bill Patty.
Hey,
Anna Jason. Cook Walk. Have I forgotten anyone? No, I don't think so. And how are you all today on this rather...
It's a rather warm day.
Look. Clan Mitchell.
Just get this out of the way. Come
Yeah,
on.
yes.
So there we go.
Revelry and mischief since the Middle Ages.
Oh, so how you all doing? Well, I hope.
Hi, Three Dog.
I thought I'm going to take the cap off. My head is sweating.
It's not really that cooler. It's
yeah. Thought it was going to be a bit cooler today, but it's not. The house, well, it's cooler outside.
Jason said his wife needs that shirt. Yeah, both the boys have seen that, and they want. Come on in.
Bushcraft Rebooted. Hello, brother. How you doing? I hope you've had an awesome day.
Come on, Dinky.
Come on in, Dinker. Come on in. Come on, Stinker. Come on. Hey,
there
you go, little fella. Right.
Yeah, the heat is. You just don't know what to do with yourself. Yeah, mentally, physically, you just
It's a little bit much. We are just under 30 degrees Celsius here. So it's a little bit warm. The problem is the air is heavy today. It is super heavy.
It could be the local pub club, yeah.
Oh, so how you all doing?
Frighten the dog.
Frighten the life out of the dog. So, Bushcraft Rebooted. Quick question for you, bro. Now, I've printed this off. Are you okay for a UK division and for us to literally copy that, sign up with yourself, and between me, you, my guys, and your guys, we will have the Trollhaunting Club International. We will become the UK division under your command, as you are the commander.
Yes.
Let me know, yay or nay. And I'm quite happy if you say no, we'll come up with something else. But however, if you're happy, we will run with it.
Yes, it's been 34s and 33s the last few days, but today it was cloudy, but there's no. We have tea time. Yes, we do. We have our little piggies in the air, but we have no sandwiches.
We will demonstrate.
Yes.
Whilst drinking one's pint of cider
and my Fanta.
Always delicate. Finger out. What am I on tonight? I'm on the cheapies tonight, so I've got apple and pear, Brothers cider, 7%. Oh, Kitten, how you doing, bro? Hope you're feeling a bit better today. I know you're in a lot of pain at the moment. Stealth, hello, mate. How's it in sunny Wales? Cucumber sandwiches, always.
And
with
you
the
must
crust
cut.
off.
You got to cut the crust off.
So I would like to say a big hello.
Hi, Dave.
To my mate Bushcraft Rebooted over there in the States.
Humidity.
I join him quite regularly on his lives. He does lives quite often through the week. Absolutely stunning guy. Fantastic collection
and
of
he's
knives.
not anti-British.
No, he is definitely not anti-British. Anybody that says he's anti-British, I'm going to come over and punch the lights out.
And you know he will.
Yeah, you know. No, absolutely sound guy. Great channel. If you want to go somewhere that talks common sense, talks at a level we all understand, it is definitely a Generation X channel.
You're not on the night side of tonight.
Yeah. So again, get over there, show him some love, show him some support, make some more American friends. Yeah.
Or he will turn up on your doorstep.
I will turn up on your doorstep. Kaz will put me in a box and post me.
Yeah, I will.
Marked open with care.
Yeah.
Evening Outdoor Alley. How you doing, mate?
What is the channel called? Hi, Wiggles Way.
The channel is Bushcraft Rebooted. Okay, exactly the same as you see his name there. Bushcraft Rebooted. Fantastic channel. And what he has done is pretty much what we've done here. He set up his regulars almost, as his snipers, and they have great fun with their troll sniping.
Yeah.
Now he's come up with these patches for his channel, so basically,
You got
that's
your
your
top
patches.
sort of rock a bit, and then
And
your patch.
I've decided, I think what we're going to do, me and Kaz are going to see if we can get some made out. Rather than the fuck around and find out division, we will become the UK division and move the FAFO underneath into the centre. And we will openly say, we are troll snipers.
Bushcraft, you can't say I do behave myself mostly because people won't come. If you're not gonna, if you behave yourself mostly, they won't come, love.
Yeah, we don't. And he's got some great friends. His mates Cannon and that and Chaos. They are absolutely brilliant guys. A lot of them are ex-military, not all of them, but a lot of them. And they've got that, shall I say, that sense of
And you're allowed
humour
to misbehave after 9 o'clock, innit?
Yeah, and sense of thought that we might not necessarily be allowed in the UK, but definitely a fun channel. And his collection of knives, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I know he will welcome anybody from the UK as long as you don't go trolling.
Look, he's cleaned up my dad's knife for me. Because it was in a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
On it. It was a bit of a mess.
Yeah. And he's like me, he says it as he sees it.
You don't be behaving yourself here, and that means I have to behave myself. And if that's the case, I shall kick myself off.
Yeah. So what have I been? Yeah, you will get barred.
I will kick myself off. Yes.
Yes.
I'll bar myself.
So what have I been up to this week? Well, it's been damn hot, so I have done a little bit of kydexing. So that's my
Become a bit
UK
closer.
legal carry that I
That's it,
lug
yeah.
about with me.
There you go.
That is pretty much my everyday penknife because, as
There you
we're
go.
aware, UK law limits us quite severely. She's a non-locking. It's a British Army knife.
Yeah.
It's non-locking. Lamb's foot blade, extremely sharp. Tin opener. And because we do a lot with rope,
And it's from Sheffield,
good old marlin
as
spike.
we said last week.
All in Sheffield, stainless steel. Good old marlin spike. You know, you can get in there and open your ropes with it, do what you need to do.
I
But
was always told it was for horseshoes, but
I'm always losing it in the bottom of the pocket. So had a quick play in the shed, got a couple of bits out of the old Kydex drawer, whacked it together. Just a very
yeah,
quick
three
sheath.
dog. We were lucky. You said, how can you do that in this heat? Well, luckily, our back garden during the morning is not. It's in the shade
Yeah.
of the building, so yeah, he got out there and did it early. So
Yeah, mind you, I will say the camera overheated 4 times. There was 4 times I'd stop, take the battery out of the camera, bring it in, put it in the shade, let everything cool down. But hey,
all right,
hey
it's in a
Ali,
bit-
no worries, drive safe, bro. No worries with that. And
yeah,
so-
but you've got to keep the mistakes in because it's all part of the process, isn't it?
it's honesty, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you, my dad always said to me, if you fuck up, own it. Right? If you drop a bollock, the more you try and hide it or deny it, the bigger tit you look. If you sit there and look at somebody and say,
So we had a bollock, we've had a tit, and it's still not 9 o'clock.
I do apologise. My dad always said, if you make a mistake, own it. If you walk into the boss and you go, hey boss, I'm really sorry, I've done da.
Bill says, does your spike lock on the knife?
No, nothing on that knife locks. Now, you can get these through Springfield, you can get them direct from the manufacturer. These are exactly the same as the original military knife made in the same factory by the same company. Okay? For what they are, this is a lifetime knife. This knife will last you a lifetime. There is nothing fancy about it. Okay? That's its beauty. It is a simple blade with a damn good spring on it. It's a lamb's foot blade. It's immensely sharp, great for slicing, great for cutting, great for those everyday tasks. It has a heavy spring on it, and being a lamb's foot makes it a little bit easier to close up. The marlin spike doesn't lock either, opens all the way out to there, okay, but also has a half setting. Now, the reason it has a half setting, as some of you are aware, sometimes you might be needing to open tins, puncture tins, work on hawsers, things like that, which are going to take a lot more pressure.
You could probably
Trying
use
to do
it
that
as well
is-
if you want to break a window
It's
in a
difficult,
car.
but doing it that way gives you that pressure ability, shall I say, that
If you found
Yeah.
a dog in a car overheating, you could use that spike.
you
To break
could.
the problem?
I would probably use the screwdriver.
Yeah.
The knife is actually designed to fit the hand quite well. right, for a penknife. But it is basic. It's rugged.
Yeah, all for sewing. Yeah.
Those of you that have been in the services and may have had one issued, you know what they are. They're simple, honest, rugged, reliable. Nothing fancy about them. And it's a nice bit of history.
The thing is, Jason, like I said, with the Kydex, if you're not happy with it, you just stick it back in the oven again.
Reheat it, it flattens out.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I made a Kydex sheath for it rather than a leather sheath is one of the things that I've found with things like my, where do I put it, my Leatherman or my multi-tool, it's in a pouch.
You turn it to McGill the Gorilla then.
Yeah. Because of UK law, if I'm then going into the supermarket or I happen to walk into a courtroom, I'm wearing a knife and I'm in trouble. So I've got to take it off. The nice thing with this, with the loop or with the catch on it, I can keep that in the cart, in my pocket out of sight, take it out when I need it for when I'm working, clip it on my belt, clip it on my pocket. I mean, I tend to clip it on the pocket. Okay, it's not going anywhere. Okay, it's right where I want it and I can touch it if I need to. But if I need to secure it away, put it in the car, put it in the glove box, put it in the bag.
Yeah, that Kydex does come out flat. It's quite amazing, isn't it? You think it'll be a bit bumpy still.
Yeah.
But and that little grill we bought that especially for that, it was only about 20 quid, wasn't it?
Yeah. And you know that the Kydex is easy to work. I really would say to any of you that have never done it, don't look at it and think, oh, that's a pain. It is so easy to work. It really is. It's Play-Doh for adults. Simple as that. It's, how many things have you sat there and you thought, I wish I could make a little bracket, a little pouch, a little holder for this or that?
Remind me after 9 o'clock. Say apron to me, and then I'll remind you what I saw today that cracked me up. Yeah. But I can't say it till after 9.
I've got to cover one little subject for a friend of mine that has asked me to cover it tonight. It's only a quickie. Might be boring for some of you.
You've got a Bakelite handle. Oh, excellent still.
Free dog. Right. So you sent me a question about the microphone and the GoPro. So, and as I said to you as a reply, it's actually easier for me to show you than it is for me to try and explain it because having a TBI and being a bit thick, I'm just it's easy to show. Right. So the GoPro 9. When I first got it, came like that out of the box. Okay, quite a simple little camera. Very nice. I liked it, again, because I'm a bit of a thickie when it comes to this sort of thing. So it is
number 9 on the
literally push the button, stand in front of it, do what I need to do. You've got the big screen on the back, small screen on the front, so you can see what you're zooming in and out, or if you're doing it that way around, you can see yourself. When I first got it, it sounded okay, not brilliant. And then I got advised to pick up by another YouTube channel, one of these. Now, this is called a media mod. Now, what all this does, it gives you a shotgun mic there, which is absolutely brilliant when you're in front, okay? And it gives you jack points on the back, right? So that you can plug other things in. There's a USB-C slot there, so that the GoPro literally slots into it like that, clicks in, and it works automatically. So now you've got an improved mic system. What I've then saved up for later on, and has become the game changer for me, I picked up one of these, which is a Rode microphone. This is the Wireless Go 2. What that has given me the ability to is to put the receiver on there. It literally open up a little port there, jack plug there, in. That's that set. There is my microphone. Okay, I can put this microphone on, switch it on, click it to my hat, my top, whatever. I can have the camera going, and I can be up to, so far I've worked out, I think the furthest is about 50 meters from it in the woods. Had the camera up 50 meters, and it works perfectly. So that's the Rode. Okay, I'll put it that way up and cover it up. That's the Rode Wireless Go 2. But you'll need the media mod to plug it all in and set it all up with that. Now,
you quite often find the media mods on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, if not on Amazon and etc.
Yeah, a lot of people that have bought them and then changed their cameras and so on. It's quite a simple thing. But it's like all things. You buy the camera and then you find you've got to get this.
How you doing?
You've got to get this, you've got to get this, you've got to get this. You don't have to. But it's been 4 years, and each year I've said, get an item that is going to improve my ability to make videos because, again, it's quite a large outlay. So that's what we've done.
Right, Bill asks, I have a ram's foot, a marlin spike. The blade does not lock, but the spike does. Will this make it illegal as an EDC?
It's a right. One of the difficulties with UK law is it's namby-pamby, airy-fairy, right? What the law actually says is a locking blade. The spike isn't a blade, but I suppose it depends on the copper you come across. If you come across one that is going to be really pernickety, he's going to try and do you for it. If you've got one that's got a bit of common sense and knows the law, then it's the other way around. And this is also one of the difficulties for us. That knife of mine there is legal for me to carry in the UK as long as it's not in a banned place. Banned place, City of London, hospitals, courtrooms, schools, for obvious reasons. Now, the actual law says it is an offence to carry a bladed item in a public place, with the exceptions too. And then it's got subsections. And the first subsection is, with the exception of a non-locking blade below 3 inches. Okay, there is no justification needed for having that. You can have that as long as you're not into one of those banned places.
Right, Free Dogs asks, so your camera has not got the 3.5mm jack without the shotgun box?
I don't think it has.
IFU crew.
Let me have a look. I don't think it has. I've never tried setting it up without it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Dave, that Kydex, I've got a Kydex on a key ring that I hold lip balm, you know, when you get dry lips, chapped lips, I've got one for that. And you can use the Kydex to do anything. Mixcanoe making me a Kydex thing for my walking stick, because when I got my mobility scooters, there's no one on the small mobility scooter to clip my walking stick to, and so I have to sort of hold it and try and hold it and control it. It's a faff. So
yeah, Free Dog. No, there is no 3.5mm jack on the camera itself. It's actually built into the media mod, so you need the media mod to plug it in and set it all up, mate.
Oh, well done. She's still getting out to beautiful towns. Oh, the dog who was hit by the car, she's doing better as well. She only had nerve pinched. Oh, that's good to hear.
Oh, yeah. The Marlin Spike is a very underrated
Max is in the
tool
house.
for many, many jobs. You know, we go back to the Second World War when British petrol cans were sealed cans. The guys used to use them to punch those to open those. You know, at the end of the day, you're going to use it for opening tins. You can use it as a pry bar. Great for shucking out things like shellfish, right? As well as undoing your ropes, doing your ropes up, using it as an auger. Okay. Now, one of the things I've done with mine, which would offend some people, but I've actually flattened off the inside edge, and by flattening off the inside edge, gives me an auger. Not the best auger in the world, but does give me an auger. So if I need to widen the hole out in something, I can do. I can punch through leather with it. I can use it to make holes in canvases, to lace things up. So
yeah, anything locked in is like class and legal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It all depends on the police as well, because it depends on the way that they read the law. They read it. Some people can read it one way, and then others.
It's where and I think this is the same throughout the world. I think some of my American friends will say this is the same in the States. Depends where you are, depends on the police officer, depends on his attitude. I've had it in the UK where I've been out and about and I've forgotten that I've got the multi-tool on me. And again, for my American friends, the only reason the multi-tool's illegal in the UK is the locking blade.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the lock that makes it illegal, and it is illegal.
So what you pick up this week then, Max?
Yeah. But I have had police officers say, "Not bothered about it, mate. I can see what you're doing. I can see why you've got it. It's not an issue. Just, you know."
Good idea, Lee, to use them to clean your boots, because the ideal for getting, there's nothing worse than getting a stone in the wedge bit, you know, the in between the things, and
just
you can't get it out.
Not, and I reiterate this as many times as possible, as somebody that's ridden horses for many years. Don't use it for picking stones out of your horse's hoof.
No, you're
liable
kicked.
to do a lot of damage.
They don't like you picking out their frogs with the spike.
Yeah, Andy B, I will agree with you 100%. All right, it's locking blades are a lot safer.
Oh,
They
excellent!
are a lot more practical. So
Max
has
has
got a dog.
He's got a dog.
Brilliant. Got a Harrier Hound. Fantastic, mate.
Called Duke. Excellent.
It's Bushcraft rebooted. Yeah, it's in the UK again. It just depends on the copper. We tend to find that the older ones are a little bit more mature, a bit more experienced.
A locking blade, you've got less chance of the blade collapsing down, because that happened to me with my dad's one. The blade come down a bit, but luckily it's. I mean, my dad's been gone 20 years now, so that hasn't been used for a hell of a long time. So it is quite blunt, but it got me the other day.
And the only other modification I made to it to actually make it a little bit easier to get in and out and keep an eye on it, and if I drop it, not lose it. I sat down with a bit of paracord and just made a little tab for it out of a bit of paracord, and that just makes it a bit easier to pull out and put away when I need to. I'm going to be making another one this week for the Swiss Army knife, nice small one. I'll probably be doing that as a bit more discreet, something I can slip away at the way, something that might
I bought the Kydex sheets for him to do my mobility scooter walking stick holder, and he's lost him. I ordered on the 22nd of May, and they disappeared.
Yeah.
I reckon Willow's nicked them.
So I ordered some more and got some more. But and that's the other thing, Kydex. When you're ordering it, you'll order a 12x8 or 12x6 sheet, and you think to yourself, that's not very big. Actually, be surprised how far it goes. It does go quite a long way. And again, you can use it as backing. So if you want to make a backing for a knife or a sheath, you can use that to make the backing. And like I did with the MOD survival knife, which was originally a left-handed sheath because it was a military issue sheath, I made a Kydex insert for it, forced that in, which actually swapped it from a left hand to a right hand. It meant I can turn that around.
Yeah.
So again, Kydex, the versatility is there.
Mike, thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah, really good. Had a good day today, full of laughs, and it was quite nice. Stayed indoors a lot because obviously it's a bit warm, but we were all right, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hey, Mac, how you doing? Melting away in your thing. I can't believe those fans that we got 40 quid have gone up to over 100 quid now.
Oh, do you know what
this is? The heat is ridiculous.
This is what do you call it? Profiteering. These companies that are selling the fans and that fans that they were flogging back in the beginning of the year, 20 quid a time. They're now 120 quid.
That's
stick 100 quid on it because people are
Mark's
desperate.
Life Adventures.
Yeah.
Is that Mark's Life Adventures? It's like Sticks. No,
it's not Sticks.
All right. Hi, Mark's.
Yeah. Dave-O, how you doing, mate? Hope you're good. Looking after yourself. Being happy. Appalachian Mountain Man, how you do? Yeah, greed and envy is a true cause of inflation. It definitely is, mate. It is. Greed is one of the evils of the world. At the end of the day, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you've got a little company, I understand you want to make a profit. Yes, I understand you're in a situation where you're like,
oh, Mark, I see. So your e-bike adventures.
You can stick a little bit more on it. I can get that. But £100?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, Mike, we've been having 33s this week.
Yeah.
The temperature's going to come down, and then before the end of the month, we've got another heat wave. So we've really been. We've actually had my mother got on me this morning to say that the power's off at the old people's place that she lives at, and also she's been having trouble with water, and we've had water shortages and that around here because of it. It's nice to see Appalachian man.
So, Andy B, my Ubax doesn't actually have a pad in the elbow, mate.
But you can undo the stitch and take it out, or do it from the inside.
I would probably take it out because I like to be able to roll the sleeve up. If it's got a pad in there, obviously you're not going to be able to roll it past the elbow. And being a good military man, I like my sleeve to sit just above the elbow. Doesn't need to be up there, just needs to be there.
Yeah, I think it is. The main thing is, Lee, is the fact that people are really suffering with the heat at the moment, because we've had several mums with really young babies around here asking, has anyone got a fan they can borrow because their children are suffering. And what they're doing, these companies are thinking, oh, well, you know, they're going to pay extra bucks for this.
Yeah, we'll have it off of them.
Yeah.
And like I say, for a small business, I can understand. Yes, I can understand it going up a bit, but come on, don't rip the proverbial arse out of it. It's not needed. It's just wrong. So again, for my UK guys, I'm going to be chucking this up tonight. Are you interested?
Hello, Will.
Snipers, troll snipers. Okay, joining up with my friend Bushcraft Rebooted. He already does these in the States. And I think we're going to start a UK division. If you're interested, I'll get the patches knocked up, and then we will unite in the efforts to rid the world of the troll. Okay, or at least play with them. Okay.
Jason said if it gets to 40 degrees, he's going to take his long johns off his long johns.
Well, Kaz, I'll tell you, you can tell when it gets hot in the UK because Mickey
gets his legs out
all his life. Has had UV-proof legs.
Yeah, he's never for early sort of 10, 15 years. Unless he had to do it, he wouldn't wear his shorts.
The top of my body will brown. Okay, it will go brown. I look like a chestnut. However,
isn't it good patch, isn't it?
However, my legs are a beacon. Okay, they are.
Look, see how brown my arm is compared to his leg.
I've spent the last 2 weeks walking around pretty much predominantly in these shorts. Okay? Now, that means my lower leg has been exposed to the sun non-stop for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There is no difference between the covered bit and the lowered bit.
He has even sat outside for 3 or 4 hours with coconut oil on his legs, and it made no difference whatsoever. Yeah. No difference.
Yeah, they are some English legs.
Yes.
they reflect the summer. I'm pretty sure, as you will gather from the T-shirt, my lineage may be Scottish. Okay, I know part of the family came from Ireland, and I know there's a lot of Mitchells and a clan in Scotland, and there is family history that goes back to Ireland. But I've been reassured that we do have Scottish ancestors, hence.
Yeah, my Amazon won't let me pay anything, but it's got to be credit card.
Yeah.
But I don't even see this one, Mac. He's got one that says, look, revelry in mischief since the Middle Ages, and it should say on the bottom, especially if there's a McGlashan involved.
Hey, Grandfog. Yeah, so it's.
There you go. So Grandfog knew. If you turn the sleeves inside out, the pads slip out right out.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Cheers for the advice, mate. Cheers for the advice. Yeah, Jason, I'm pretty much the same. I've got 2 or 3 pairs of shorts, and they will get worn until they fall off me.
Mike from Minsk, when he goes back to his home county of Cornwall, within about 2 minutes, he is back into the country slang.
Oh yeah, the accent comes back.
It's all right, my lover.
Right, my lover. The most grand.
Max says he's not guilty; he's easily led. You're as bad as one another, you two.
Easily led.
Don't even go there.
Nah, it was usually my little short legs trying to keep up with yours, mate.
No, I said about this. It's always with McGlashan involved.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So thank you to my American friends this morning.
Yeah, he's got his Celtic tattoos, yeah.
Actually, I told my mum she was over the moon. All right. So anybody that is going to moan about my cowboy hat, I've had permission. I spoke to my American friends today, and they said, "No sweat, Mickey. It's a cool hat.
He's actually had quite a few people stop him and say, "Where did you get that?" That I love that hat.
So, there we go. The being a cowboy out.
a walk and a bike and trousers.
I'll have a look at it, Max.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Yes, he is. Yeah, it's actually on the wall up above the computer. The fact that Mick is a laird of Lochaber.
Yeah.
He can put a lord before his name because he owns ground in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yes.
My mate Matt bought me some land in Scotland because
Mm.
that's the kind of man he is, and made me like, oh yes.
Yes, you're very, very good to pick up that, Mike. Yes, he is. It is Cornish. My family not so much as it's. Oh, that's a nice dog.
All right, I'm going to show you this. I'm sure Max won't mind me showing you because a lot of us are dog people. So Max has got a new friend in his life, a new buddy.
There's
There
Duke.
we go. That's Duke. Absolutely stunning Harrier hound.
Either the dog's wearing socks or that is Max's foot.
Yeah. So yeah, congrats, Max. You know, absolutely stunning dog.
Yeah,
Oh, cheers, you, mate.
England, we have so many accents here because we've got the West Country, and you got Bristol, and then you got Wales, Scotland, you got Yorkshire is different from Kentish. Kentish is different from it's
the same all over,
Yeah.
though, isn't it? I'm sure I go out to the States and I'm sure
Birmingham, Liverpool.
accents change wherever you go.
Yeah, Willow's very posh at the moment.
Yeah.
I know he's very happy the fact the lady cut his tail a bit short. That's it, you will. Hey? He has got his bandana on. Let's tell everyone who he is. So.
Yeah, been exposing his meat and two veg.
As you might have noticed from the video yesterday, giving himself a little nut clean.
Yeah. The dog has no manners.
No.
All right. He has no
On your
manners.
chair. Yes.
Yeah.
I was laying
You
on the
don't
sofa
care,
the other day, having a nice sort of, comfy lay on the side. And they ended up that I realised that someone's ball bearings were on my ear.
Yeah. He's a good lad, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a good lad. Oh, he owns the place. He's in
It's
charge.
nice to have to have the accents. It's like Scotland as well. Depending on what part of Scotland you're from, the variations in accents as well. There.
Well, I think that's part of the beauty of life, isn't it? It's the differences that make it interesting. Yeah, Mike, yeah. I've come across that with Russians. They tend to all pretty much sound very, very similar.
I see.
Yeah, why did
You're like a
dogs lick
Cheshire
their
girl,
balls
do
'cause
you?
they can?
Yeah. Yeah, because they can. Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with crushes, mate. Nothing wrong with crushes at all.
Well, Mac rather, Blackbush. They closed Blackbush roundabout up to the airfield because that had a fire there. U-Shot went up.
Yeah, it's been a lot
They're
of
all
fires
over
in the
the
area.
place at the moment.
Hence, I've been going out and doing the fire watch. Now, the fire watch, a couple of people have asked me what that's about. Now, that's not an organised thing.
Willows.
That is literally something off my own back. I know the Surrey Hills and the Hampshire Hills like the back of my hand. Okay, now it's not something. I don't suggest you go out, park yourself in the middle of the countryside with a pair of binoculars in a high-risk area, unless you know every road, every track, every way out. Do not, if you see fire, get out, get away, okay? Especially if you're downwind of it, because it's surprising how fast it can move. But I know these areas like the back of my hand. I've worked in the countryside my entire life, and I know from experience and dealing with fighting and being involved with land that is on fire, how fast, how dangerous it is. So I've taken it on myself, along with several other people, to go out at night and patrol certain areas in my 4x4 with a pair of binos and a map. The map being that if I do spot something, I can stop for a second, get a quick bearing on it, work out where it is, 999, which is our emergency services number, and report it.
They
Through the days, not so much of an issue because there are a lot of people out there. Somebody's going to see it. But at night, early hours of the morning, okay, especially in this heat when I can't sleep, And hopefully, in the fact that we call it in,
Yeah.
as the fire brigade has said, if everybody did it, it'd make their life easier. The faster they can get there, the faster they can get it under control. So
'Cause
again, that's what I'm doing.
Parts of Salisbury Plain went up through the week, and that they couldn't send fire brigade in because it was the ordnance fall area. So there's unexploded ordnance all over there. So there's no way you can go in there and
Mind you, the fire will help clean that up a little bit. And right, that's another thing for anybody that's doing Salisbury Plain. I've seen a lot of people going out on Salisbury Plain, camping, off-roading and so on.
Yeah,
and
we just put in the hose pipe van.
I've also seen some people straying into, and for our American friends, Salisbury Plain is our largest military training area in the UK. It's got an artillery range on it. And I have seen people going into the areas that are marked impact areas. A very dangerous thing to do, especially in the anti-tank areas and that, because we do use depleted uranium, which it's how can I put it? Okie doke. It's not a glowing radioactive shell full of uranium. It's depleted uranium. It's down to the point where it can be handled. However, it's super hard. The downside of it is when it impacts, it explodes, it creates dust. It's not a nuclear explosion, it's a conventional explosion. It's super hard material, but it does create dust, and that dust is radioactive, okay? And I've seen recently videos of people going into, oh yeah, look at this, I'm doing a stealth camp on Salisbury Plain in the impact area.
Look, this tank's got all holes in it.
Yeah, this tank's got holes in it, isn't it? Right, you're walking through hundreds of acres of unexploded ordnance that has buried itself in the ground. You're not going to see it. You're walking through somewhere that for over 100 years has been used for artillery, so God knows what's out there. Aircraft bombing missions, the whole lot have been trained and practiced out there. Live ordnance is used. The shrapnel is everywhere, and it is razor sharp. Even the stuff that isn't chemically dangerous to you is razor sharp. It's got a sign up that says this is an impact area. Keep out. Okay? For God's sake, just look at this. Go find yourself a bush somewhere else.
Another thing
why do they have
you
to
light your fire, you're going to be red mist. No one's going to know where you went. You're going to disappear.
Worse than that was that idiot we look at the other week, who was in the impact area when the red flags were up.
Yes.
Now, lucky for him, they weren't firing artillery that day. It was some other form of training. Could have been rifle, could have been live fire, vehicle, could have been anything. Lucky for him, it wasn't artillery. Okay, because it's one thing to look at this huge field with a couple of hulks in it, a couple of old tanks, and go, that's their targets. But if you're within several hundred meters of that, you're potential jelly, and that's harsh, but that's how I'll put it. It is red mist. Okay, you get a stray, you get a piece of shrapnel, you get a piece of that vehicle.
Survivalist.
Right, it can travel 15 to 1600 meters at supersonic speeds and can be used. I've seen a tank hatch blown off that's come down 800 meters away. This is a huge piece of steel, 800 meters. Okay, it's just not worth the risk.
We're just a bag of water,
and not good for the views either.
No.
You know, you're far better. And I know it's me again preaching the, stay off of the MOD training areas. Some are safe, some aren't. Do your research.
But you can look for binoculars at them. You don't have to stand.
Yeah.
Because you
can actually just pick the phone up, phone the range control and say, are you live firing today? And are there any areas you suggest I don't go into? And they will tell you. They will say, we're not firing in this area, this area, this area. It's safe for you to walk through. There is public access when there's no firing. By all means, enjoy. We were out there green laning 10 or 15 years ago. We stopped on a track that was outside the impact area. My mate got out for a pee. He went into a bramble bush to have a wee. He come walking back to me and he said,
it probably will.
There's something in the bush there that I think you ought to have a look at. I went in and had a look. What was it? It was a 500-pound shell, okay? Aircraft shell, a bomb, right? In the bush, rotting away quite happily. I'd probably been there 50 or 60 years, right? But my mate had peed. Well, he didn't pee on it. He peed near it, and I can guarantee you, he actually peed more than he originally intended to. Because suddenly looking down and seeing that at your feet is a good.
Yeah, big green thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Big greening.
Got a good reference for it. Called it into range control. Got a big thank you. Got a notification several weeks later because I worked within those sort of facilities. Hey Mick, yeah, EOD have been up there, had a look at it. It was live. Okay, it had been something that had been lost in training. Thanks for finding
Because
it.
one of the old
Simple
hulks
as that.
up there that they fire at is actually one of the anti for the what do you call those mine thingy, because it's got the big chains on the roller on the front, and of course the roller and the chains goes round and round and round, and of course hits the mines and goes off.
And I will say it again because he's a mate of mine, and I class him as a mate. I class him as a friend, and most of his guys. I've been following him for a year or two now. Those of you who have not come across him before, Bushcraft Rebooted. Now, this is an American chap, but don't hold that against him, okay? He's one of us. He's a Gen Xer, okay? The guy, he's ex-parachutes, okay? A lovely bloke. Talks, shall we say, salt of the earth, okay? Doesn't take any prisoners. Has a fantastic channel. Does lots of lives. He is a knife man. He is absolutely brilliant knife man, okay? Don't go, just because he's American, don't go to his channel, start asking about pew-pews, okay?
Yeah.
We all know in the UK and in the US that YouTube does not like pew-pews.
Yeah.
A lot of us have a lot of experience with pew-pews, but he's not a pew-pew channel, okay? He's a knife channel mainly, but he also loves his EDCs, his prepping, his survival side of things, and his lives are just fun. Meeting up with guys that have got me and Max sort of sense of humour. We say it as we see it. We don't take any prisoners, and nobody gets hurt by it because it's just who we were. It was our generation. If I turn to a mate of mine and say, "You're a tit," right? My mate looks at me and goes, "Yeah, I am," or "Step outside, let's sort it out." Right? Don't burst into tears about it. Don't start crying. But the best thing about his channel, one of the things I really love about his channel, is he's pulled together, again, as with our lives here, a lot of like-minded people that are very sensible, very easygoing in their approach, and just want to have a good life, want to have good fun. So dive across to Bushcraft Rebooted, sign yourself up, sub to him, drop in on a couple of his lives, say hi.
It's
Guy, I'd be glad to see you.
Bushcraft Rebooted, Mike.
Yeah, exactly as his name is there. At Bushcraft Rebooted, all one word. Okay, just type that into YouTube. You'll find
Sticks,
it.
I must say,
Brilliant.
I love your mud kitchen thing. I would love a smaller version of that as a bird bath.
Yeah,
like I say, bird bath, bird feeder. That is fantastic.
As he says there, and he has a little bit more freedom than we do here in the UK. And as he says there, right, mostly filter-free conversations, plenty of fun banter. It is. If you're somebody that is hurt easily, I wouldn't go over and start.
Angels, the next camp is the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of August, because the 22nd of August is Mick's birthday, and that's what it. So it's going to be up the woods Friday, Saturday, and Sunday again. You can either come for the whole weekend. You can you come down for the day. Camping for the weekend is £25, and that includes the Saturday meal.
Yeah, we're having to charge for it. Basically, it covers our overheads, and it also covers what I'm giving back to the guys that own the woods. I'm not doing it for free anymore. They would allow me to do it for free. However, I'm not. I feel I'm taking the mickey. Okay, so again, they've actually not just sat there and gone, "Oh, it's a free weekend, you can have it." They've actually put it down as that weekend is booked by me.
Yes, there'll definitely be room for you. Me and Willow are going to be there.
Yeah, that is booked to me, which means they're not taking bookings for that weekend for the 3 days, which means at the end of the day, their guys are losing their income. So although it doesn't actually replace their income, by taking a small fee and giving it back to them,
Yeah,
it
Dave,
makes me feel good.
you get to about 30 and then your birthday sort of like go on it's like like an avalanche, really.
Yeah, and please don't panic about it being my birthday. I'm 61. I'd rather not be reminded. If you're going to turn up and tell me I look 21, I'll accept it. But 61, don't want
Mine's
to
the
be
best.
reminded.
Mine's Halloween, and I love it. The fact that it's Halloween. Yeah.
Cheers, Bushcraft. We're all of a certain generation.
You're very welcome, Lee.
Yeah, you know you're. And anybody's welcome.
Yeah,
And it is-
happy belated birthday, Dave.
And I will say this much: it is a family camp. This one, so we've got a couple of the members are going to be bringing their young ones and their missus with them.
Our
Not that
eldest
that
son's
matters.
going to be there,
Yeah.
and our granddaughter for a
Yeah.
little while.
Kaz will be there. Will I
Yeah.
be there? I'll be there. Not that it matters. When I first started doing the camps, I was a bit concerned because of banter and things like that. But I will be honest with you, I found that most of you are nice, polite, sensible gentlemen. So I have no fear about saying to
Yeah.
people, this is an open camp, it's a family-based camp, by all
Yeah.
means come along and enjoy. There will be a few camps, as always, where I have an age limit, where I say, no youngsters. They will be coming up later in the year when the evenings draw in and the alcohol gets longer.
Oh, Bill. But what we'll do, if there's always drinks, the kettles are always on. They've got two big water kettles there. Is usual rule: if you have some drink, refill the water thing up. But bring food for yourself for the weekend. But on a Saturday night, the food is done by us.
Yeah, there will be scoff laid on by me on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. 53, he's just a whippersnapper. Just a nipper.
Hey Dave, I'm only what 2 months younger than him, and I'm 61.
I'll be all honest with you, and I think most of you will agree with me. Age is just a number. It's up there, isn't it? It's if you keep thinking young, if you keep thinking
Simon,
yourself
that's all right, my
young,
love.
you'll stay young. Yeah, all right. The body gets a bit slower, it gets a bit older, it gets a few more aches and pains and twinges and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, you're as old as you feel. I've got mates that are 10 years younger than me. When I look at them,
Yeah.
they're 20 years older. But they sit there and go, and they're miserable old bastards.
We were
Excuse my
watching.
language.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. It's not
We were
10 minutes to
watching
go.
an A&E program, and there was a bloke there. He was 60, and we sort of looked at one another and goes, he's same age as us.
Simon, have a great evening, mate.
Yeah, he looks really old.
Simon, ex-military guy.
Yeah.
Our sort of sense of humour. Bushcraft Rebooted. Go over, sign up to his channel, mate. You're going to love his lives.
Yeah, I'm still younger because Mac is the oldest out of us three, all 65 kids, and I'm the baby.
I learned something today on Bushcraft Rebooted's channel. So, US Marines, don't ever show a US Marine a box of crayons, okay? He will eat them, and you will spend hours trying to explain to him why the red ones don't taste like cherries. Okay, I learned that today. It's fantastic that you find out, sharing information as well.
Yeah, Leon, like that. I just ignore my age. It's just it's whatever. Yeah.
Simon, enjoy your adventure. Have fun, dude. Look after yourself. Have a great one. All right, what have I put up on the board there to remind me to a subject tonight? Oh, yeah. Well, I put up there. Fire Watchers covered that. Kydex covered that. Troll sniping. Whoa, we like troll sniping. Is it a hobby or a career? Are you a professional troll sniper? Are you going to rent yourself out to other channels?
Oh, Simon's gone again. You could have showed him the patch because he's our sniper at the moment, isn't he?
Simon, there we go. What do you reckon?
Dude.
All right, now this is Bushcraft Rebooted's patch. Okay, we're gonna sign up with him. We are going to become the UK division, the FO.
What's that affiliation, man?
We all understand what that means. So yeah, we are going to join up and start up a UK division as well. Because you guys are pretty damn good shots.
Yes.
We don't get quite the hassle with trolls that he might there.
Kitten has had one, but Simon's had a few.
But we've had a few, and we've been pretty good at taking them out.
But we did have one that we took out that we shouldn't have. We should forever.
Appalachian Mountain Man. So here's another one of my American friends that can back me up on that. US Marines, crayons, red ones. They don't taste like cherry. You're going to spend time explaining to them why not.
Did you ask Appalachian Man a question?
But I will say on the other side, I don't care who you serve with. I don't care who you're with. I don't care what your history is. Fair respect and fair play to you. We've all stood shoulder to shoulders and brothers and sisters throughout the years, and let's continue doing so. But the banter is the banter, okay? Whether you're UK, whether you're European, or whether you're American, service personnel, it's the banter.
Appalachian said, he said, did you ask him a question? That's why he put that other one up there.
I didn't, mate. I may have done, but I've rambled past it. I don't think I did, but hey, mate, I know you're out there. If I do need to ask a question, in fact, I will ask a question of you. How is it out in Appalachia at the moment? How's the weather? What's it like?
From what I've seen of the Appalachian Mountains, it's beautiful there.
It is beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful. A lot of our Scottish ancestors migrated that way. You know, I believe, don't get me wrong, I may be wrong, but I believe that a lot of our Scottish, a lot of the Appalachian people take their genealogy from the Scots and the Irish, I believe. Hey, it doesn't matter, mate. It doesn't matter. No? We don't care whether you have served or whether you haven't.
No.
Right? It's a mindset. If you're the sort of person that can take a bit of banter, if you're the sort of person that can take your mates falling off their chairs laughing at you because you've just done something stupid, then welcome. If you're somebody that's going to burst into tears and tell people it's not fair, I come last.
We would love it to be extremely wet at the moment because we are suffering with a lot of heat and all our reservoirs are going down faster than the Titanic.
They certainly are, aren't they?
Yes, and several areas in the UK are having to rely on the water companies taking bottled water to them because of it.
I will ask my UK friends, do me a favour, have a look in your cupboards and your drawers. I am trying to find, for Bushcraft Rebooted, a page 3. Now, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm trying to find him a page 3 from The Sun from before it was banned. Right? Oh, no. I would like to find him one so that I can get it packed up and send it out to him, because I know his old copy of page 3 has died the death. So, again, I would like to find him one and get it sent out there. So if anybody's got one in the bottom of a drawer, back of a cabinet, lining the bottom of a drawer, something like that, do us a favour, dig it out.
Lee Michelle was...
Send me an email, hampshireoutdoors@mail.com, and I will pack it up and send it out to my mate in the US.
Lee Michelle was broke his ankles yesterday, holes in the grass.
I know.
There's nothing worse than that, is there?
Broken ankle. Oh, mate, that's severe. That's a lot of pain.
Mike needs advice to do with age and all.
Yeah. Mike, ask away, mate. If there's anything I can do to help, okay, I will do. You know that. Now, for anybody that doesn't know Mike from Minsk, right? Mike's out in Minsk.
He's from Belarus.
The gentleman, he's in Belarus. And he's blind. He's been blind since birth. Okay, so he's set himself up with a program that can translate the comments and the conversation over for him so he can follow it. All right, absolutely lovely guy. He's a musician. Got an incredible little channel. Yeah. By all means, dive over and see. But yeah.
Oh, so Sam Fox is still on Google Photos. Yeah, because she was rather smitten with Lemmy from Motorhead, from what I remember.
I think every woman's smitten with Lemmy from Motorhead.
Yeah, because he used to have, used to be The Sun, but they also used to be the other one, the other magazine, where the young ladies come to the pub that time with the ones with the music.
Right, so Mike's asking a question. It's a fair question for somebody that's blind. So it's quite difficult for him to get out and maybe get involved like we do. Okay, so he says here, I've been brought up in a single-parent family, now lacking a mentor with at least an older fella, an older male company. What could I do? How could I get more of this in life? Mate, you're doing the right thing. You're on this channel, okay? Every one of these blokes here is your brother. Simple as that. That's how we work on this channel.
Not just online, though.
Yeah. not just online. I have, well, I don't know, mate. I'm not in Belarus, so I don't know what organisations are out there for
I
you.
think a lot of them turned over to bat in the other
Yeah.
side, Andy.
I think what you need to do is find yourself some sort of organisation out there
That's it, Linda
that
Lasardi. That's what I'm trying to
deals
think
and
of.
cares or connects people with disabilities together. I think that's your best option. Okay.
Yeah, the Appalachian Mountains and the Scottish Highlands were part of the same mountain range when they
There you
joined
go.
together.
I've just
before
learned
they-
something. Cheers, Mac. Thank you very much, mate. A bit of shame. It wouldn't surprise me if Sam Fox was batting from the other side, but at the end of the day, famous people tend to do that because it gets them more publicity, especially as they get a bit older. Yeah.
Yes, it must be quite hard. Do they?
I think that's the only thing I can suggest is see if there's any organisation set up for you in your area.
Yeah.
In the UK, we have things here like veterans groups, we have disabled groups and things like that. That's the only thing I can suggest.
I don't know if it's similar in Minsk and that, but they have things where you can like you mentor someone like you can I'm not saying your age, obviously you're a lot younger, but they have things like you can like adopt an older person and some just not adopt them so they can live with you forever, but someone that you can communicate with that hasn't got any family and things like that. And I'm wondering if maybe some of the they have people that like to give their time to but a lot of the churches and that do a lot of that, don't they? Where they sort of give their time.
Like you say, they're organisations like the Men's Sheds. They're very, very good. So it's one of those things. As we get older, we lose friends and we lose contact with people of our own generation. It's YouTube helps me to stay in contact with many people that are like-minded, but I also, on the outside, I have friends from the motorcycle club world. I have friends from the fishing world, the hunting world, and the military world that I stay in contact with. If I can't imagine how difficult it is to be a blind person. It's so hard because we can. It's easy for me to read somebody's face, for me to go out, see somebody smile, start a conversation and that. But if you're blind, the difficulty is there.
Maybe
how do you know?
You could approach somebody and maybe you could set up, put the wheels in motion,
yourself.
Give the idea to someone to do that sort of thing for your country. You might be some. It might.
It might be worth.
You might have a lot of other people in the same sort of situation that could really do with someone to mentor them or to speak to. And why do you just throw the water over yourself?
Right. Has anybody found this with water bottles just lately? They seem to fill them to the absolute brim. So as soon as you open it, you squirt yourself.
All right, rednecks. Yes. Yeah. Now you said that, Mac. Yeah. The facing Protestants, hence Billy being William of Orange. Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. Again, nice bit of information there. We're learning something new.
This is
always a bonus.
Yeah, as Mike was saying for Mince, he nearly knows nothing about fishing, knives, cycling, and things like that. It would be lovely if you could find like-minded people then to share their knowledge with you.
I should think in every country there are people in the same position as you are, Mike. Even here in the Western world, where we're in the UK, we're so cramped in.
I suppose you're right about the current political situation. It's
Yeah, that's the difficulty as well, isn't it? If you live somewhere where it's difficult to organise.
I should imagine that with the fishing, because from what I understand, when you are blind, that your other senses sort of are heightened. So, mate, if you tried fishing, the the reaction of the fish to your hook and to your line on the fishing rod, you not necessarily have to see it, but you probably feel it better than a sighted person would.
Well,
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you can find an able-bodied person to take you fishing, now Mac will back me up on this, and any other angler or fisherman will back me up on this. When you've got a fish on the line, it's not the visual; it's actually the sensation. It's feeling the pressure on the rod. It's feeling the movement of the fish in the water.
Very
it's
light on their touch, aren't they?
Yeah, it is. It is again. It's all that. That's when I'm fishing. Even if I'm on something that maybe even a pound or two, it's not the visual. It is the feel. It's the pressure on the rod. It is the feeling of the movement. The fish fighting back. The fish trying to. That it's a very, very tactile thing. Guys at night fish. I mean, I've been out with Mac, and we've been on a lake here in Dorset, and pretty much everything we caught was by night in the pitch black.
I find if I stare at the float, it just blurs into, yeah.
Yes, as Max says, it's all about the feel. Some blokes are like that, mate, and usually, I'll be honest with you, people are aggressive unintentionally, mainly through insecurity. Okay, being somebody that's worked on nightclubs and doors and pubs over the years, most of the guys that come in being loud and aggressive are actually the most insecure ones. I've always been more scared of that guy that's just quietly having a drink in the corner, watching what's going on. He's figuring things out. He's sussing things out. He's gauging things and working them out. I'm not frightened of the loudmouth. I'm not frightened of the guy that is big and aggressive. What I am frightened of is that guy that just sits quietly and watches. Okay, he's the one to always be wary of.
If you could find someone, a sighted person, that could take you fishing with them, to show you that about you can have the stuff made up beforehand, but to actually once the rod, the float and the line is in the water, that to give it to you to you could feel the movement yourself. Yeah,
you'd be surprised how intimidated people can be by things they don't understand. It's not always the size, the weight, the muscle, the build of a person that intimidates somebody. It's sometimes the fact that that person is just different. They don't know how to handle it. It's a sad thing in this world.
A lot of people, male and female, the aggression comes from it's like they're trying to put up a blind, so that that there's something they're insecure about, and their aggression, they're trying to hide it so that people don't notice it, and by intimidating others.
Mac was a very, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying it, he was an old school doorman. He'd been doing the door many years before me in some very, very violent and dangerous places. Okay. And he took me under his wing, and him, a guy called Geordie Keith, a guy called Jock, and a couple of others took me under their wing, okay, as a young lad, and they helped me become what I hope was classed as a very good quality, thoughtful and sensible doorman. They taught me how to read people. And when I first started the door, like a lot of people, you're intimidated by those noisy ones that come stomping in, because you think to yourself, oh, they're confident. He's so confident in himself. Look how he carries himself. He's loud. He doesn't care. No, that's not the case. He's scared. He's intimidated.
Yeah, they will. Yes, even yourself. Because you're hearing is better. You are a very strong man because of what you have gone through growing up, with the fact that you've been blind. Your mum, you think mum's a single parent. You are very strong, and to them, you are intimidating to them because you're a strong man. You didn't.
Yeah.
You grew up to be a strong person.
I think
they,
anybody living with a disability, anybody that's had to live their life with a disability, has an inbuilt strength, which does intimidate other people that can't imagine how difficult their lives are. So again, it's well done, mate. Don't you ever be intimidated by them. It's the quiet ones are the scary ones.
Yeah, that's it. You never know with a quiet person when they're gonna blow. It's more intimidating to have someone that is just sitting there quiet, doesn't say anything, than someone who's blurting, because you know that person is a loudmouth. And
we love blurters, don't we?
But it's the quiet ones. You think, it's gonna go in a minute.
Calculated.
Calculated.
And usually the quiet ones have the confidence.
That term Minsk C sounds brilliant.
Yeah. And as Bushcraft Rebooted said himself, as a parachute instructor taking tandem jumps, it wasn't the quiet ones that were ever the problem. It was the loudmouths, right? The ones that let their ego get in front of them. Okay. And as I've said before, on the live and base, when I'm training people, ego, control it. Ego kills people. Okay. Ego harms people. You've got to rein it in a little bit. We've all got an ego. We've all got that drive to want to be something more than we are, and that's a good thing. But you've got to know when to rein it in. Okay.
I've had that. I'd gone into a toilet, ladies' toilets, and I was coming out the ladies' cubicle, and so a girl had pulled a knife on another girl. And I lost my temper, and I lost my shit. I really did.
I remember that night.
The ladies' toilets was on the outside, on the outer part of the building. So I walked out the cubicle, saw this young lady out, walked out another door, come out the door next to the pool table, which is quite the loudest part of the pub, and the whole pub was quiet because I could hear exactly what I'd said to her in the toilets.
It was
yes.
I was playing pool at the time, and the whole pub went silent, and all the blokes were like looking at me, and I was like, "She's got this. She can handle it."
I was 19 at the time.
Yeah, Mike. For you as a blind person, it's difficult to read banter. Now, I'll be honest with you. One of the things with banter is the facial expression. Okay. When somebody, like in the UK, and it varies in different cultures, but in the UK, I might look at a mate that's doing something a bit daft, and I'll just say to him, "Oh, you silly tit." But I'll say to him, and he'll see the smile on my face. He'll see the fact that I'm laughing, and that makes it different. If I said to him, "Oh, you're a tit," and I said it to him with my angry face on, then that's a different switch. So again, that's one of the difficulties very much for you being blind is a lot of communication is in the facial expression. Okay. Also culturally, different cultures, different societies in the world have developed different ways. In the UK, we are very, very much banter orientated. Okay. We tend to laugh and joke about things that possibly other people in other cultures would find offensive. Okay. In the UK, one of the most common friendly terms that you will use with a mate might be "you're being a dick," meaning a penis. Okay. It's and a dick in the UK in slang is pretty much a useless appendage. Okay. Now it's not meant as a derogatory or a painful thing. It is just a smiling way of saying to a mate, "Hey, calm down. You're just being a bit of a knob, or you're being a bit of a dick," or so on. But again, it's the facial expression that leads that. So yeah, it's very difficult as a blind person because you don't have that ability to read the face behind it and see the smile or the expression behind it. So I do, and it's made me realise that. It's made me realise that maybe in my interactions with partially sighted people and blind people in the future, I've got to be a bit more careful about what I think is okay to say. Hey, Appalachian man. Hey, I've just toned it down a little bit because you know it is, but yeah, we call one another far worse things than that. Don't you worry. Bushcraft rebooted exactly that. That's why I love Kaz so much. I know that if push comes to shove, a situation ever occurs and I need backup, okay, and Kaz is with me, the backup's there. In fact, has been in the past. I've also known that in certain situations, she knows what to do, okay? She knows so she knows that I don't need to be, if I'm stood with my back to the wall and the hands are raised, I don't need to be looking to make sure my missus is okay. I know my missus is either controlling her situation around her or has removed herself from the situation altogether, and I can get on with what I need to do.
Cass is kicking off again.
Yeah. Saying that, I'm not a violent man. I've always been a pacifist. I've always been somebody that wants peace, quiet, harmony. I don't like violence. I don't like aggression. Don't get me wrong. If somebody comes at me, I am going to do the best I can to control the situation. And I'm not a big guy. I'm not a tall guy. I'm not a particularly well-built guy. I'm not particularly fast. I'm getting a bit older. So the lesson I have learned in life is if it does happen, the maximum aggression, the maximum speed, throw it at them, go totally insane, give it the lunatic, go the wide-eyed, frothing at the mouth lunatic, because that, again, especially with the noisy and loud, puts them off. They never... Loud people don't like to be confronted.
And friends, they know what you're like, you know what you're likely to do, and give and give back. Yeah.
Mac always taught me, this is something he always taught me, which was a very wise thing as well. And again, this comes into prepping and survival. Always give them a get out. Okay? If you find yourself in a situation, don't back them into a corner. If you back anybody into a corner or any animal into a corner, it's going to do one thing. It's going to fight. If you give them an out, invariably, you know that you've given them the out. If you allow them to take it, they walk off with a full sense of pride and big-headedness that they've won the situation, but you know the truth. So again, sometimes just by giving them an out and allowing them that out, you've won the game. So,
but you had quite a good response to your mugs.
Hi, Craig.
Yes, £75 for a Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeti.
Well, don't get me wrong, it was a big thermal mug, but 75 quid. 75 quid.
No. Yes, definitely not. And yes, at the camp, I will be in the 2-stage camping tent from thinking out. Can't remember the name. Reactive Outdoors.
Yeah.
And me and Willow, so he better not be puncturing it with his teeth.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things in life, isn't it? If you're going to be a prep and survivor, this is about thinking ahead. It's about planning everything ahead of you so that you're in the best situation to deal with the situation.
Yeah. Another thing we've noticed lately is people being surprised when their cars are getting extra hot about things going off. And
yeah. Oh yes. We've had a
you
situation.
Put like if you drunk, say this is a bottle of Fanta and you drunk that bit out and put the cap on. You put that in your car and it gets to stupid degrees, that is going to blow.
Yeah.
And you're going to end up with a nice orange sticky all over your
tins. Coke cans produce shrapnel.
Yep.
Okay, so watch those in the heated
vapes. Leaving your vapes and your little lighters as well.
Yeah, we've had a car burnt to the ground in a supermarket near us recently, and it turned out it was a cigarette lighter in a door pocket. It expanded in the heat, blew, and burnt the car to the ground.
Yeah.
Excuse me, hay fever. Oh.
Yes, of course you can, Andy. You know the emo, don't you, my love? Da 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 da. Sorry.
Do excuse me again. Hay fever. Do apologise. Oh, we got those not in the UK at the moment. We're pollen season for trees.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a pig. We've got got a huge pine forest about a quarter of a mile up the road, and at the moment the wind's changed direction, so it's blowing this way.
Yeah. Also the old nettles as well. They don't help, do they?
Yeah. Banter is a friendly thing as well. You don't use banter with people you don't know. You're always mindful of your comments and so on. Oh no, some of us are.
Yeah.
Some aren't. Some don't have a filter, a mental filter that says that's inappropriate. Yeah. The guy that stands in the supermarket looks down at the old girl at the till and says, "Nice tits." Never goes down well. Yeah. Hey, that's it. It's all part of learning. Kiwi, I wasn't mentioning you, but yeah, Kiwi has no filter. When he's at the camp, we all know he hasn't got a filter, so we allow for that. Okay. Some people are just made that way. We're all different. And that is one of the beauties of life, is that we are all different. It's one of the joys and the pleasures that, people see. You can have the same picture in front of two people and they will both read it differently. Yeah, it's a joy and a pleasure.
Something bushcrafty.
So, bushcraft, prepping, survival. Let's have a talk. What is the one item of kit that you could not do without? Tell me if you were going. I'll give you an instance. You're about to drive up country. You're going to drive 100 miles to somewhere else. Okay, you're not going camping. You're just going to visit a mate, but you're going to be away. It's going to be an overnighter and all the rest of it. You're going to be on remote roads. Packing your car. What is that one item you're going to say to yourself? I'm going to make sure I've got that with me. What are you going to throw in your car?
Packet of mints, or I'll be sick.
Yeah. Yeah, Cass suffers from car sickness.
It's weird. Short journeys are really bad for me.
Yeah.
Long journeys, not so much.
Yeah. Kiwi put his power pack. Oh wait, it's not working. Lee Michelle would put his medication in it. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Medication. If you need medication, make sure you've got supplies.
Yep.
Andy B would put his iPhone in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that one bit of kit? What is that one item you go, do you know what? I'm definitely taking that. I need
Willow's water bowl.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Pocket knife. Yeah. That's a good one. Don't leave the front porch without it. Mate, I am never out without a knife, even if it is just something as small as a Swiss Army knife. Okay. Always got a knife on me. Food and water for Kiwi? Yeah. Water, definitely.
Have 10 things. You can have 10 things that do exactly the same thing, but you don't need 4 of them. Yeah.
Sticks, I don't know anymore. Yeah. I think it varies, isn't it? It's quite interesting to see how.
It depends who's going to be in the car. We can have family, your animal. Yeah.
Yeah. So Bush 3 Dog Night, as he says, those cars are permanently kitted out, ready to go. Kiwi, I would take sticks and. Cheers, Kiwi. No, it's an interesting question. It's one of those
he's got downstairs. He's got bags hanging up, as well as up here. He's got smaller bags downstairs. So literally, keys, that bag. Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of the things over the years I've done. I've developed about I think I've got about 5 or 6 different bags for different scenarios. Everything from
We even got a dog bag
Yeah,
that's for
I'm
his
just
stuff.
going shopping to I'm going to be on the road for 15 to 20 hours. I'm going up to Scotland to see a mate, or I'm going to work. I know work's going to be, it's one of those things. I'm constantly looking for bags, cheap bags, not just expensive bags, cheap bags. A load of them, and I've got a series of bags, and I literally every bag has got some form of medical kit in it, spare meds,
Yeah.
water or water filtration,
Even in my phone case I put around
Yeah.
my neck. It's got burns,
torches.
but I've got Burns cream in Burns gel in there.
Bushcraft Rebooted showed me a new knife today
Ooh.
that I can't get in the UK. I can't seem to find in the UK. I will do my research, but it's the Silky Natter, N-A-T-T-A.
As in that, like Natter. Oh,
Yeah.
Natter. Mm.
It is a Japanese hatchet. Okay, absolutely gorgeous tool. I'm gonna with the square tip sticks. I'm gonna, if I can't find one, I'm gonna make one. I'll get the forge fired up and produce one. I was looking at it going, do you know what? The form of that is absolutely spot on. Really liked it. Nice thick spine on it. It could be used for battening. It could be used for all sorts. So again, another thing to add to the kit and the collection. Bushcraft Rebooted. Thank you very much. I had a look on Heine Haynes, but they didn't seem to have any on there. I checked Springfields as well, and they didn't seem to have any. Everything I put in for them for Silky, they went a different direction.
When we next go to the beach, I've got my little fishing rod, my foldable one, with my reel. Yeah, bag of goodies. Yes.
Respirator cases are absolutely fantastic. I've got a whole series of them. I never turned down a respirator case.
I said a bag of goodies in your respirator case is ideal, wasn't it?
Yeah. And even it doesn't matter whether it's the old one or the new one, in actual fact. Let's do a bit of bagging.
I like a nice little collection of dried fruit and nuts and some.
Yeah. So I'll start with the new one.
So it's sweet.
So this is the new respirator case, okay, or haversack if you want to call it that. Great bit of kit. Padded.
Hi, John.
Padded, which is a bonus if you're carrying things like cameras, like I am, and does open out and extend. And it is just a bucket with a couple of little pockets inside. Okay, simple as that. Cheap, cheerful. One of the best bits of kit on it is these 2 outside pockets, which are absolutely brilliant.
Because we sent the old one to Dee, didn't we?
Yeah. Has a shoulder strap, stroke waist strap, so it can go. Oh, let's do this right.
What the hell was that?
Can go over your shoulder nicely. Great for carrying a simple brew kit in it, first aid kit, camera, bits and pieces like that. Another bonus with these is, if I do it right, you can sling it around your middle.
Yeah. Lee Michelle said Redmore and Tucker do the Natter for 102 quid.
Hitch it up
I'll write
there,
that down. Thank you,
and
Lee.
it has a thigh strap. So this thigh strap basically just wraps around the thigh. Wraps around your thigh and keeps it attached to you. Okay, so it's a great versatile bag.
Redmore, thank you.
It's not too big, it's not too bulky, it's not too heavy. It's well padded and so on. Anywhere from between 14 to 25 quid. Okay, great simple system. A bit cheaper, and I've seen these for as little as £5. Okay, and just as good in their own way is the old Combat 95 haversack. Okay, or respirator bag.
It's about as.
So that
deep,
again, simple bucket, has pockets in it, which originally held things like the filters, the tablets for NBC work, and so on. The EpiPens has elastic in the lid, which is actually works out nice for holding your first aid kit. Keeps it near the top. These have a simple popper and Velcro top to them. They don't extend out. they have a couple of small side pockets, okay, which are handy for those knickknacks, compasses, or if you use it as a med bag, great place to put your tourniquet.
I've got a
And,
tourniquet in my ouch belt, which I am still to do the field on.
and again, one of the bonuses with these is they come with the strap, makes a good shoulder bag, okay, right around the waist or around there. But you can also with these cinch it up, attach it to your hips. Okay. Now, on this, and when I did the review the other week, somebody was amazed with these.
Free Dog said the black stuff inside that ended up like broke up and like rubble.
It's some of the early ones it does,
Yeah.
but some of these later ones aren't so bad. This one was just on the tag. When was this one issued? 1999. Okay, so 1999 was
So it's
good,
only 27 years old.
good year. Now with these ones, you have this cordage here, and this lace was exactly the same as the strap the other side. There's a loop on the bottom, the back there, and there, so that you can fasten it around your hip. Now,
Mars bar sacks.
or around your thigh. I've never done that with it. What I've always done is considered that a spare bootlace for an emergency. So I always roll it up, and it has a little pocket there, which you tuck it into, and it gives you 24 inches of string, basically, or 24 inches of bootlace. Great little bit. If you're looking for a cheaper option, or if you're looking for a DPN option, absolutely brilliant. Okay. What I tend to do, they have a quick release clip as well. If you've got it around your middle, you need to get it off in a hurry, you can. What I tend to do with this one, so I shrink up on it there, tuck that behind the belt loop. Yes, it has a belt loop on it. There you go, belt loop there. I tend to tuck the loose end of that, fold it up behind there, and it just gives me a grab handle. That makes a really nice bag for in the back of the motor. Okay, these are absolutely brilliant for that. You can hang it up in the back of the motor. You can have one with your brew kit in it, one with your emergency kit in it, one with a shelter kit in it. They're cheap, they're affordable, and they're rugged. So you could just sling it in the boot and forget about it until you need it. And if you did then need to bug out and get home, you can put one on each side on your hips, one over your shoulder, and you can still carry the whole kit with you.
Yeah, because I've started putting. I've got the 35-litre dry sack.
Yeah.
I've got the orange and black one. I hang that on the back of Blue Moon, my big scooter, because that's ideal for putting stuff in, and I've got space underneath the seat.
Stealth Mars bar sacks, exactly. Take the respirator out, bin it, bin the naps.
The thing is, though,
Been
Stealth
working
nowadays, these the Mars bars are that bloody small. You get twice as many Mars bars, allegedly,
Yeah.
in it, but not necessarily more actual food.
Yeah. It's again, and I've got bags like that. I've got larger bags, smaller bags.
Yeah.
You know, I literally got bags loaded up, ready to go.
Even Willow's got a little dry sack. He's got a 5 litre, and even this stuff.
Yeah. So again, it's throw the stuff. I'll have the system set up so you can just grab what you need when you need to go. It does take time to build up. I mean, again, I've been doing this 35 years, 40 years. Okay, so some of the kit I've got is as old as that. I was doing this thing when anybody that was doing the prepper survival thing was considered a little bit,
Yeah. Loopy.
keep the kids away from him. He's a bit of a strange bloke.
He licks windows, you know.
Yes. But it's funny how that went from being the strange thing to now becoming pretty much the norm. Oh, mate, Bushcraft Rebooted, yeah. The British mock is an absolutely die for.
Yeah.
You can load that baby out, and as I got taught many
Billy
years
did.
ago,
I'll have to try them.
yeah, don't ever buy a smock that fits you. Always buy a smock that's too big for you. The
Yeah.
reason being, you can tie off that lanyard at the bottom, fold it out, and you can start packing the insides with kit. Okay. Yes, it looks very smart. I'm telling you to have a fitted smock, but it's not practical. You want something you can start stuffing gear into and lugging gear out if you had to.
All right. So rounds of scrubbing with, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Dish soap, vinegar, alcohol, put out the
Yeah.
waterproofing.
Mac,
Yeah.
we were out there wild camping before wild camping was wild camping.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to just call it setting up an OP.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, roller, John, take it easy, brother. Look after yourself. Had a walk on the beach with your granddaughter, Piper.
Hi,
Oh, mate,
John.
awesome.
Oh.
You've got to sort the shelves. Brilliant. Pass on my regards to Piper. Have a wonderful afternoon, my friend. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, definitely extreme camping.
Andy B, the kit pimp, your SAS smock. Absolutely brilliant bit of kit.
Especially it happens in New Forest, doesn't it, Mac?
Yeah.
You come back, the horses are trying to tread on your head while you're in your tent, and then squirrels are, we had to tell Tracy it was squirrels that had attacked the food, not
We did, Mac. You just reminded me of that extreme camping. We did call it extreme camping. Go out with absolutely nothing to spend the night. Yeah.
Yeah. Watch your tent fly away.
Yeah, John, take care. Have a great afternoon. And Piper, listen to your granddad. He knows what he's talking about. Excuse me, guys.
Yes, Brown Willie, the Cat's Hole.
Yeah. Names of places. Now, there's an interesting subject.
UK have got some really weird ass names.
So on Bodmin Moor, okay, so if you look at the map of England, it looks like a boot. Right? And down right at the top, we have the West Country, Cornwall, Devon. We don't exclude, we do exclude Devon or Dorset a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not really that wild, but it's a nice spot.
Yeah.
Okay. So out there on Bodmin Moor, you have a series of tours, which me and Mac had fun. We were actually doing a hike across the moors to a place called Roughtor. Spelt Roughtor.
Rough, yeah.
Yeah. But that meant our route took us up the Cat's Hole.
Yeah.
Round Brown Willie.
Yep.
Okay. I've been to Shitterton.
Yeah.
In fact, my mum was almost wetting herself when we drove through there the other week.
We're out on Davistow Moor, and there's actually a place called Splat. And we nearly did, didn't we? Because some bloke walked out in front of our car. We nearly did splat him in Splat.
Sticks has got a bell end near him.
Dear.
I don't think I need to explain to anybody what that is.
We've got a what's it? We've got upper and downer and lower, and the lower is higher than the upper, and it is
upper wallop.
That's it.
Wallop,
a middle wallop. Yeah.
The Piddles of Dorset. Yes,
Piddles,
we've been through the Piddles many a time.
We went to a place down near Land's End, and the sign, I've actually got a picture of you pointing to the sign. The name of the two villages were Carl Fury and Ding Dong.
What was that place we went? We used to go down to Cornwall. We used to cut through the back roads to North Cornwall. Was it Curry Dribble?
Yeah.
Curry, or was it Curry Drivel?
Yeah,
Dribble.
Curry Drivel. And then there's Codford.
Yeah, Curry Drivel. What name for a place? That sounds like a bad night out of the takeaway, doesn't it?
That's what we should do.
I think that's one of the things where my American friends were lucky. When they migrated from the UK out there, people sort of went, do you know what? I'm ditching that name.
The other side of Aldershot is a place called Christmas Pie. Isn't it? Christmas Pie.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a giggle place, names.
Witch's Cave, that was different. Yeah,
that was Old Mother Ludlam's cave.
That's it, yeah.
Sadly, Bellends everywhere.
Yeah, usually when
Oh,
you
yeah,
go
Ali.
shopping.
Ali, we're just talking about the strange place names that we
Yeah.
find in the UK. Some of the, you know, we down here we've got a place called Piddle. We've got
Mark saying we've got Bellends everywhere.
we've got Bellend. We've got Shitterton.
We've got
We've
Splat.
got Splat. We've got Curry Drivel. Which
we've got Christmas pie near us.
Yeah. You never actually see names that would inspire me to visit it, like Boobies. You know, if you had a village called Boobies, I'd be there.
Yeah, Cockburn, yeah.
Yeah. Cockburn.
There's a place in Cornwall called Ding Dong.
Cockermouth, yeah.
Yeah, Cockermouth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but the French are rude. Octomurky. Murky. Only named the place after the pub, which got rebooted. You're not far wrong there, mate. Yes, there is a village called Twat.
There's a Twat, yeah.
There's actually several places called Twat near one another, and it's another one like the Wallops. You've got an upper Twat, a lower Twat, and a middle Twat.
That's what we should do. That's your homework, pub people, for next week. You got to look on the map and try and find two of the one that's funny and one that's really rude.
P over, a little P over. Ding Dong. Yeah.
Ding Dong.
Well, that is actually a place. There is.
Yeah, it's near Lisgarden, Newquay. Sorry, Land's End.
Yeah. Full of twatians.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the village my son's moving to, so in the Czech Republic, so where he's bought his little place. So that the translation of that village name is potato.
Yeah.
So I had a bit of a giggle, called him a Spuddite.
There is a place. There's also an old place in Cornwall that near Camelford that we've had taken a picture of him pointing at his foot because it's called Michael's toe.
Yeah.
Potato, yes.
Andy B done the rude one. What do I think about the Vagrancy Act being repealed and no longer criminal to sleep outside? I did see your video on it, Ali. Absolutely brilliant, my friend. So this is the way I see it. Okay, let's get into the be-alls and end-all. The Vagrancy Act was repealed, a Napoleonic law which stopped veterans from sleeping on the streets and begging. At a time when there was no support whatsoever, there's not a lot now, but there was no support whatsoever. So they brought in the Vagrancy Act, which basically said, get out of our village.
Bushcraft, naughty boy.
We'll get out of our village or we'll arrest you. Now, this act is over 200 years old, and it was finally repealed. Right. First of all, why was it repealed? Well,
a twat stuck in the back.
Up until the repealing of the act, it was actually a social requirement of the local authority to house people that could not care for themselves. By repealing the act, it's no longer a responsibility of the local authority to house those that can't look after themselves. Okay? It's not illegal. There's no law stopping it. We're not putting you in a position where it's illegal. So sort of, there's a tent. Right? That's the reason that's coming. Now, when it comes to wild camping, there have been a lot of comments on it, and one of the regular ones I see is brilliant. I can go wild camping; it's no longer illegal. Well, it's the Vagrancy Act doesn't cover camping, right? Every county, every district, and every parish in the UK, in the England, I should say, is covered by bylaws. Bylaws are the local rules and laws set up originally by the Manor House and later by the council and local authorities that lay down what you can do, where you can do it, where you can go, and where you can't. Those bylaws supersede the acts set in Parliament. So your local council can still turn around and arrest somebody for being on the streets if they wished. They can arrest somebody for putting up a tent in the park. Because if the local bylaw says no camping, no fires, no vagrants, it supersedes the act, okay? So at the end of the day, the The fact they've repealed the Vagrancy Act means nothing to us as campers. To people that say to me, yeah, but what I'm going to do if I get stopped by the police is I'm going to tell them that I'm a vagrant. I have no fixed abode, and therefore, what do you want me to do?
That is a big mistake.
That's a big mistake for two reasons. One, it takes very little in the UK, in the system that we have today, for a police officer to turn around to you and say, identify yourself, and for him to check that identification. He can do that through a voting register, he can do that through driving license, he can do that through local authorities. There are many ways he can check who you are and find out and confirm it. If he does a check on you and it comes back that you have a house at home address, that you live in a home and all the rest of it, you have just lied to a police officer. Well, there's a chargeable offence on its own. Two, perverting the course of justice. Okay, that's a bit extreme, but he can put it to that. Okay, the local authority can also then prosecute you for giving false information. Okay, so really, pretty much carry on as we have been for the last 10 years. Now, the Vagrancy Act, I do say, is a step, and I mean a very, 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 very small step in a certain direction, which may, if we played our cards right, got the right people behind us in the future, may allow us limited access to places like Bodmin Moor as opposed to Dartmoor, the North York Moors, the Peak District, and so on. But it's only down to whether enough pressure can be put onto organisations like the National Trust and that, or they can see that there's a chance of making money out of it.
Street Dog just asked, is it only for tent users or does it alter van lifers? I don't think van lifers is classed as, they're not classed as homeless, are they?
Right, so if you live in a van now, you're not classed as homeless, you're classed as having no fixed abode, but you are not homeless. Okay, and this is another differentiation you've got to make. Under the law, there is a difference between homeless and houseless. Okay, if you have no fixed abode, then you have nowhere to shelter. You have nowhere to get out of the weather conditions, and you have nowhere to stay. If you choose to stay in a van, they consider that the same as living in a caravan. You have a facility where you have a bed, where you have shelter from the environment, where you can sort yourself out. Lee Michelle, they will always forget anything that's important that they need to. They did try them.
Oh, welcome back, Walk Cook Walk. I didn't kick you out.
Yeah.
Who kicked Walk Cook out?
Yeah, he lost connection.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mike, for Minsk, we have a very sad situation in the UK where our authorities, our governments, and bear in mind that we live in a broken country anyhow, have no care for those that have served their nation.
What happens is when they are in the army, they're in barracks.
Yeah.
Then if they're married, they have married quarters. But once they're out of the army, then they have to move out of the married quarters, and then they've got no home.
And they have no home. And the military doesn't force the authorities to house them.
No.
And the authorities have no reason to house them. This all goes back to the 1980s with the great selling of all the council properties and the onus being put on the individual to house themselves. Now, there's always been an onus on the individual to house themselves, but there was always an understanding in the UK that a lot of people cannot afford to buy a home. And therefore, under the council house situation, you could go to the local authority and rent a home for the rest of your days. I live in a council house. This house is not owned by me. It's owned by the local authority.
Yeah, it's a housing association.
It's a housing association now. Same thing. I have an assured tenancy, which means as long as I pay my rent, I don't trash the building, I can live here for the rest of my life. Okay. I do think in the UK, we should have a lot more of that. But instead, people had the chance to make a huge amount of money, mainly businesses, by buying up all these local authority homes and renting them out privately. The difference being the rent I pay to my local authority is doubled if I rented this place privately.
If you own your own property, then it's not so. Your parents own their own property, that's okay. But if they're in rented accommodation themselves, there is a limit on to how many persons can be in that property, isn't there?
Yeah. Right, walk. You've been filling out job applications recently for jobs. They've asked if you've ever served. Why is that? Right, one of two things. One is the Veterans Covenant. The Veterans Covenant it was set down by government that you would be given a fair crack of the whip. Okay. A lot of companies that I've worked with over the years, especially within things like the movie industry, actually like ex-military personnel. Ex-military personnel, as far as they're concerned, tend to have quite a steady work ethic, will always be there on time, will do the job, don't tend to whinge and moan, they will get on with it. Okay. I'm not saying there's civilians that won't, but it's a different work ethic in the military world to the civilian world. Okay. So a lot of companies actually want military personnel. Okay. They know that those people have got quite a high level of self-discipline. Now, on the other side of the coin, there are companies out there that are a bit woke, a bit airy-fairy, that sit there and go, oh, we don't want any ex-military blokes because they're all shouty and they're all strong and they're all manly. We don't want none of that. So again, it's a two-headed sword. It's a gamble. But the government's Veterans Covenant said that you will be, if you're an ex-veteran, you will be given a fair crack of the whip. It doesn't say you're given any advantage, but it says that they have to give you a fair crack of the whip.
Matt was saying that Waverley Council, they give priority to veterans. Or to priority to ex-military personnel, but Rushmore don't.
Yeah.
It's the same with with that. But there are some charities in the UK that what they started doing now is building sort of like estates, and what they do with these estates, they're owned by obviously the charities, but they put military personnel in there with their families and things like that, because they're all in a community of ex-soldiers, so they understand one another.
Yeah. This is another thing. If you take somebody that's been in the military for 22 years, has seen combat, has seen operations and that, they build very, very, very close and tight bonds. Their society is very different to the civilian world, okay? And the banter, the humour, what they've seen and what they've done. The problem with the military is when you finish with the military, they literally, there's the gate, off you go, bye, no responsibility. But you've taken somebody for many years and you've put them in a very controlled environment. You've told them when to eat, when to wash, how to think, what to do, and to do it on a command. Okay, as Mac used to say, the one thing that will make him move is the word go. Okay, so you suddenly put these people out into a civilian world where it's pretty much make your own options, do your own thing, and it's completely alien to them.
No, that's all right, Mike. That's fine.
Makes life really, really difficult for them because they're in an alien environment. It would be like you picking me up, blinding me, and dropping me with Mike from Minsk. I'd be completely out of my element. I wouldn't know what to do, where I am.
Isn't just this modern day war that has the PTSD? It goes back to Vietnam. It goes back to First World War, Second World. You got the Falklands, and the Iraqi War. It's all of it has produced people who are suffering badly from PTSD, and it's not really changed, is it?
And the old ethos for many of us used to be suck it up, buttercup. That was what you were told. Didn't matter what was wrong, didn't matter how much you were broken, didn't matter what the situation was, suck it up, buttercup, be a man, get on with it.
Ali Street is all full of veterans, so they look after one another, so that's good.
And that's the thing. Veterans of any force, whether it's police, military, fire brigade, ambulance,
country,
whatever it is, need to be around people that understand. And the only people that understand are other people that have been through the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very not anti, but I get quite twitchy when I meet people that say, "Oh, we're setting up a veterans organisation," and I say to them, "Oh, are you a veteran? Have you been a veteran?" Well, no. but I want to do something to help them. Well, that's good. But the first thing you need to do is get people with you in your upper echelon that are veterans, that do understand.
But there is a lot of people out there that tend to be running veterans charities, and they're not. It's nothing that they don't. It doesn't go there, does it?
I had that guy outside the supermarket over that. So again, it's like-minded people.
That's nice, Ali. People. It's really nice. I'm saying that the first day on his street, 3 people welcoming random strangers, giving gift cards and offering to help me.
And that's what you need, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's you need like-minded people. You need people that know that if you're quiet, if you're a bit withdrawn, understand that it's not you being ignorant. It's because you're going through something or you've been through something. The same thing as we said earlier on. Some people are loud. Some people are noisy. It's a protection thing. It's a way of saying, "Get back, leave me alone. Don't be a threat." But it's been able to read that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Bushcraft Rebooted. It's one of the things I do admire about the Americans. Okay, is one, your sense of patriotism. Okay, that I think is absolutely beautiful, and it's also your respect and your nation and the majority. I'm not saying all, but the majority of people I've met that are American have a great deal of respect for their service personnel. That is amazing, and it is brilliant. Okay, here in the UK. You are a cast off. In actual fact, in a lot of cases, and I know a lot of the ex-military guys will know what I'm talking about. If you tell the wrong person you're ex-military, you ain't going to get no help. They automatically hate you. Probably the same situation as you guys had just after the Vietnam War. Okay, there was a very big anti-movement, and our government doesn't help. They'll say all the right things. Oh, it's help the veterans government. Oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. It looks great on paper and all the rest of it. They don't actually do anything. Yeah.
Didn't feel like that, Ali. You served, and so you got every right to be there.
No, Ali, my friend, my brother, we all face issues one way or another. Nobody's issue is greater or lesser than anybody else. Okay. You have every right. It's one of those things.
And it depends on the person you are and how you deal with that.
I feel fake sometimes. My situations got more as an instructor, more as a trainer, and more than seeing combat. I didn't see any combat. I train guys to go to combat, right? I've seen my own threats, risks, and dangers in my life, and I've dealt with them in my own way. But I can't turn around and say I was somebody pinned down under fire and such, okay? Because I wasn't. But it doesn't make me fake. I understand. And that's the thing. You can try and understand. You might not get it 100%, but at the end of the day, we all have our issues, okay? And the authorities don't recognise the issues. That's the sad thing about it. I suffer with survivor syndrome, okay? That's how they diagnosed me. That's what they say I've got, and that comes from years of training men and young women to go into conflict, and a lot never came back. And but as I tell you, I wear that like a backpack full of lead. Right? It hurts me. But at the end of the day, everybody faces their own demons. Okay, and you can't belittle or lessen another man's demons. It sits on his shoulders and weighs him in its own way. Yeah. So don't ever feel you're fake, mate, because you're not. In fact, there is nothing more genuine than Ali. And if you want a genuine Ali, go over to his Friday Night Live. It is one of the best Friday nights you will ever have. Be prepared to have a list of music and songs from your youth, from your wild life that you want to remember. Dive in, drop the theme or the music you want to hear into the comments. Sit there, listen to Ali, learn about Buckfast. It's a wonderful experience. I suggest you all sign up, subscribe to Ali Outdoors. Absolutely awesome guy. I consider him a brother and a friend, and I will more than happy walk 1,000 miles with him. Ali, there you go.
All right. It's bad, isn't it?
I understand that one,
Yeah.
Ali. I do understand that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's gone again.
Hey, mate, I'm just saying as I say it. Right. So let's go back to a very difficult time for me. Came out of hospital, just had a kidney removed, just had a bad diagnosis and all the rest of it. And I'm sat there in my bed, laying there, unable to sleep, late one Friday night. And I'm sat there on my little iPad. It's not an iPad, it's a knockoff, but like Ali's life, like that. I'd tell you what, I had internal stitches and external stitches. And I spent about 2 hours holding my side like that. Don't make me laugh, you twat! Don't make me laugh! It was brilliant. It was healing. It helped. Even if I did curse him a little bit, possibly he's the reason I've got a slightly larger scar on one side than I have the other. May have pulled a stitch or two. But Ali, your lives are absolutely awesome, mate. You got me through that.
Yeah.
You got me through it. If I can ever do the same for you, brother, you know I'm there.
So you got to remember that next week to put on the board the camp.
I will do
Yes.
from next week.
Yes. Because it's on the 8th. You're not going to have.
Yeah,
You're not going to be here.
I've got to let you know this now. So I had a message from my son. As you know, my son's been through a bit of a difficult time at the moment. On the 8th of August, my son's getting married. But he's getting married in the Czech Republic. There's a mission. Me and my oldest son are going out there for the wedding. But we can't leave till 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon. We have to be in the Czech Republic for Saturday afternoon for the wedding. Can we make it? We're driving. We'll be driving 900 miles. We'll be crossing the UK. We'll be going down to Dover, going across on the tunnel. We'll be going through Belgium, Germany, into the Czech Republic, across the Czech Republic, okay, to be there for my son's wedding. We will be there. Downside is I'm not going to be back for the 8th of August. So Kaz is going to do the live that Sunday night. I'm going to get my son to drive for the 2 hours, and I will be joining you on the chat as long as I've got a signal. But I have a guest who's going to come in and help support Kaz for the live that night. I'm not going to say who it is.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave that as a surprise.
But
right.
yes, you have to put up with me.
Yeah.
And the Willow, of course. Because I can't go.
No, Kaz can't go.
But they're going to be having a big wedding in 2 years' time.
Yeah.
And they're looking into having a castle and a nice
So
medieval banquet.
Lee Michelle, that's what we're hoping. We're aiming at 15 hours. I'm going to video it. Okay, I'm going to video the mission. I'm not going to video the wedding out privacy to my son and his family and his in-laws and that. But I am going to video the mission. Okay, because it is going to be a mission. Can me and Chris make it? Me, Chris, Honda CRV. It's like something from the Blues Brothers. We have 15 hours. It's dark. We're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Okay.
Action. Yes,
Hey,
Mike from
Mintz. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's it's going to be a mission, and
Keelan, is it?
Yeah. And I have to get Chris back, my son, before Monday morning for work.
Yep.
Wow, what a mission, eh? 1,800 miles round trip and a wedding. Oof, I love an adventure. Poor old Kaz. I'm sorry, love. I shouldn't be excited about it. But
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. When you had to go around for a funeral, you had a meal in the pub, and I was saying, and I would have fish and chips, and what happened? The stupid man got lost, so I got cold fish and chips.
Yeah, Lee Michelle, we're quite lucky. So Chris is an ex-HGV driver.
Yep.
Okay. I'm an ex-HGV driver. Both of us love driving. Both of us have driven on the continent before. Both of us are very experienced drivers, and we will be tag team in it.
Night, Bill.
So yeah, it won't be an issue.
Okay, well, you have to do that. Yeah,
Ali, yeah, there's an option.
yeah.
I'll have to learn to be tech savvy. Sit there with Kaz, and we'll set it up.
But
excuse me, drinking water. That cider was a 7%. I've got that much left, and I've got to go walk the dog. So I thought, as I was feeling a bit tipsy,
we had a phone call from our eldest yesterday, and he'd actually spoke to me earlier. And when he rang his dad yesterday, I thought he was ringing you about what he'd been speaking to me about, the fact that he found this 1200cc Goldwing for £500 that me and Dad are going halves on. I went, I don't know nothing about this.
Oh, sorry. That might be another option, you see. We might do it on a motorcycle. It'd be something from the Cannonball Run.
That's all right. That's not. So yes. Anyway, it is now 10 o'clock, and my bum is getting numb.
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have a look into, guys. Is StreamYard.
What, my numb bum?
I'm gonna have a chat to my mate Life's a Hobby this week and find out more about StreamYard and how to set things up and how to do things.
Yeah, walk, cook, walk. Yeah, our son.
Yeah.
Rode back from Cornwall.
Yeah.
With a pasty.
Yeah. And so
yes,
the bike club did a run down to Cornwall. Whole group of us, and it was quite a large pack.
Like Mark,
2 rows of bikes, 70 style, 8 hangers, or I said cuts. Was a patch club, so looked pretty cool. We weren't mean, we're nice guys. Anyhow, we're coming back, and I'm driving the support van with Kaz in it and all the camping gear in the back. And we're coming up the A30 across Bodmin Moor. It's a lovely sweeping dual
Jason, carriageway, which is that one.
Yeah.
On that bike,
and we were travelling. Quick enough for the bikes to be in the outside lane, and it was one of those where when you got sort of like a lot of bikes together, loud V twins, people were moving over nicely, and there was kids waving, people giving thumbs up. It was absolutely a brilliant day, wasn't it? And at one point, I slid because I've got the camera, or Kaz has got the camera. We slid up past the pack on the inside, getting some nice shots of all the guys, and we get to the front, and there's the road captain. Sat there, mean, evil, like that. And there's my son next to him on my bike, one hand up there, and the other hand he's got a Cornish pasty. And he's munching on this Cornish pasty at, shall we say, around legal speed limits. Just enjoying his pasty and that.
That was one of his bucket list, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on his bucket list.
While we were down there. Another thing on his bucket list, he wanted to sleep under his bike.
Right.
And he did.
Anyhow, 22:02. So that's our 2 hours and 2 minutes tonight. I'm going to wrap it up in a minute. I would like to say a really big thank you to my friends in the States, Bushcraft Rebooted and that. Thank you for the support, mate. And I'm hoping I can show you as much support as you've shown me.
Night,
I really appreciate it.
And Living La Vue, if you're watching this, I hope you're feeling better, my love.
Yeah. We will move ahead. I'm going to get Kaz looking around to see what we can do about the troll sniper patches, and we will alter it slightly to become the UK division FAFO. And there we go. But I will say to you again, guys, dive over to Bushcraft Rebooted. Yeah. It is his channel there. Great bunch of guys. If you like banter, no nonsense, good sense of humour, hit it.
Have a good week, everybody. I hope it's not too hot or cold or wet or wherever it is you are with you. And yeah.
So at that point, I will say this much to you guys: take it easy, get outdoors, have an adventure. Don't worry too much about the world. It's crap in here, right? Enjoy yourselves. Do your thing. Be your person. Okay. Don't worry about offending other people. Just do your thing. And more important than that, love those you do, forgive those you don't. May peace and light be upon you all. From me, Kaz, Willow, Mac, Bushcraft Rebooted, Outdoor Alley, and all you cool dudes. Right? Yeah. Have an awesome week. I will see you next Sunday, if not before, on one of the videos. Be good, guys.
Good night, all.
Have a great one. Be good. Mickey out.